It's the year 2000, and the world is about to be shocked by a discovery in the country of Uganda, where over 700 bodies were found buried across mass burial grounds. These were not victims of war. They were followers of a cult that was led by Credonia Mwerinde and her partner, Joseph Kibwetere. These over 700 people believed that the world was coming to an end, and they sought refuge. And the only place that they decided to seek this refuge was in the midst of those cults. Little did they know that they were walking into a carefully planned mass murder. Now, a little background into the founders of this cult, starting from Credonia Mwerinde. See, Credonia was the daughter of a catechist, and in her early years, she worked as a barmaid because people around her always said that she loved money, and money was the one thing that made her happy. Her personal life, she struggled. She had about 2 failed marriages. She had mysterious deaths around her, including the death of her own biological brothers. And she had this love for fire. Over time, she started to talk about having visions and said she was spiritually gifted. And in one of her many visions, she claimed to have seen the Virgin Mary herself, and that the Virgin Mary had told her in that vision that the world was coming to an end, and that only those who were going to follow her new church, the movement for the restoration of the 10 Commandments, would be saved on that last day. In the course of this, her new-found ministry and vision seeing life, she teamed up with a very important personality in this story of ours. His name is Joseph Kibwetere. By 1989, the movement for the restoration of the 10 Commandments had taken serious root into the lives of Ugandans who believed that truly the world was indeed going to come to an end. They had very strict rules: no lying, no sex, no soap, no talking. Even children were forbidden to play and talk freely. Members were required to sell off all of their properties and hand all the proceedings to the courts. They created a community where they lived together, anticipating the end of the world. Credonia and Joseph had claimed or ministered to their members that the world was going to end on December 31st, 1999. Now, of course, the doomsday was getting closer, and this so-called end of the world did not seem like it was going to happen. So members of the court started to have questions. With a failed prophecy came a revolt. People were angry. Credonia and Joseph came up with a very bright idea. On March 17th in the year 2000, over 500 followers gathered at the Kanungu court compound for a final prayer. The doors were locked, the windows were sealed, and from inside, these followers were set on fire. Everyone inside was burnt to death. But that was not the end. In the days that followed, Ugandan authorities discovered over 200 bodies buried on court property. This new set of bodies showed signs of strangulation and poisoning. In total, over 700 bodies were discovered. This is one of the largest court-related mass murders in modern history. Now you're wondering, where are Credonia and Joseph? Well, some people believe that Credonia must have met her end in the hands of her very own followers. Some people believe that Credonia died in the fire that she set. But the authorities strongly believe that Credonia must have survived that fire. They declared her a wanted person because they believed strongly that she had fled the country. Same goes for Joseph Kibwetere. His whereabouts remains unknown, and the 2 people who masterminded the killing of 700 innocent believers and followers in their movements have walked away unaccounted for up until this very day. As sad as this story might be, it just goes to tell us how it is easy to use religion and faith to drag people to their very own ends. Now, what do you think could have possibly been the faith of Credonia and Joseph? Do you believe that they actually died in these fires? Do you think that their members could have also killed them? Or do you think that the Ugandan authorities are right when they say there's a possibility that they had fled the country?